Laura here with Riverside Food Tours. So this afternoon we're standing down at the banks, and how many times have you walked to a Reds game and you've seen this big mural behind me? This is called the Cobbler's Apprentice Plays Ball, and it's a parody of a masterpiece done by Frank Duveneck. Frank Duveneck was a Covington artist and born in Covington, Kentucky. And he was son of, actually, Bernard Decker. His father died when Frank was very young, and he took the name Duveneck from his stepfather. Now, at the age of 15, Frank was so gifted that he had studied under Johann Schmidt. And Johann Schmidt had paintings in the Vatican. He did a lot of church paintings. If you want to see Johann Schmidt's paintings, just go to Mother of God Church. But anyway, Frank Duveneck went on to study in Munich, Germany, and there he met his wife, Elizabeth Boot. Now, Elizabeth produced a son for Frank, but unfortunately she died shortly after her son was born. She did pose for a painting for Frank, and that painting is in the Art Museum, but nevertheless, Frank was widowed at a fairly young age. He was just devastated. He returned from Italy to America. He did some sculpture, and he did a fine monument to his wife, Elizabeth, which is actually in a cemetery in Florence, Italy. But despite all of this activity, Elizabeth's death really slowed his productivity. So he chose to live an obscure life. He came back to Covington in 1873. He taught at the Art Academy in Cincinnati. Now, Frank is very famous. His work is at the Smithsonian Museum, the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the National Gallery of Art. It's here at the Taft Museum. Frank is actually buried in the Mother of God Cemetery over in Covington. And you can see his statue. It's in a little park at the corner of Pike and Washington Street. What's interesting about the artworks mural behind me is, instead of a cigar, if that's in the original painting, this guy is holding a baseball bat. So I think it's very clever how artworks takes famous paintings, famous people, and puts their spin on it. So thank you for joining me. I hope you can join us on a Riverside Food and Culture Tour, and join us again next time for a segment of History on the Go.